Also, I'm sorry if it doesn't fit the entire screen, but that's just the way it is. I don't want to stretch it out because otherwise it's going to look more like crap than it already probably does on screen. Hi, Tom. Hi, Musashi. I love that emote. I love how I love how the beginning is just so long for no real reason. But oh man, looking at this and then looking at the new trailer, just kind of like we've come so far since 1997, I think, when this came out. The introduction of the game should convey what it's about to some extent. Fuck it, let's show them stars. It's funny you say that because like I don't know what they're gonna do to the story for the remake, but the original story for Final Fantasy VII, nobody can tell me that it's a good story because it's absolutely jack. It's like the story is just so shit. Like it had a strong start and then all of a sudden in the middle of it, like spoilers, and in the middle of it, like Cloud goes into like a coma and you play as Tifa instead, and it's like you're trying to figure out what's wrong with Cloud, and then it's never talked about ever again. It's like just one of those moments where this game has a lot of those moments where something happens and it's never talked about ever again. Also, I apologize if some of the, like, things seem a little janky. I did fix the video codecs before playing, but I think it has a hard time switching scenes from time to time, which is frustrating, but whatever. At least the video looks good. It used to look like absolute crap. This game is a visual mess. There's actually someone who cosplayed this Cloud, this version of Cloud, where he's just like this polygonal disaster. And I have to give them kudos because they were like just covered in cardboard for like the entire convention, probably. I'm going with default names. I'm not gonna go with things like Cool Ranch and what was the other one? I just know that Eris was called Cool Ranch. The models look okay. For the time, they look pretty alright. Because we gotta remember, this game came out in like 1997 or something like that. I was only like 5 years old. Omnislash. Whatever cringe clan you have in the front. XX Ganja Swag 420 XX. You know, I never understood in games where one could fire a machine gun at you and do so little damage. And yet, at the same time you have this big sword and you also do that much damage. Final Fantasy. When I was a kid, like, I got about to like the first boss, which is coming up in a little bit here, and always died because I couldn't figure out how to beat it. And eventually, like, I actually took the time to read and figured out how to beat the boss, but in the meantime, I didn't know how to do anything, and I was like, man, this game sucks. Because I didn't know how to play it. I had gotten it from my cousin. Also, I'm sorry if I'm skipping the text too much. If I'm skipping the text too much, let me know. I've just played this game like 5 times already, so... But sometimes I just want to feel the nostalgia of a Final Fantasy RPG from the PlayStation era. I'd play Final Fantasy X, but I don't want to play that game over. God help me. It's a long-ass game. I mean, this is a long-ass game too, but like that is a long game. Yeah, if you really actually, if you want a good long, quote-unquote long play of this game with the story just basically like explained to you in the jokiest way ever, look at, I think it was either AGDQ or SGDQ 2018 or 2017, where they did a you know, a speed run of the game, because it's quite funny. Playing through Final Fantasy VIII was enough. I couldn't get into 8. Just the entire combat system, for some reason, I wasn't feeling it. The weird card thing, I have no idea what that was about. I didn't really take the time to read either, so I guess that's also my fault. But I had played Final Fantasy VII and went on to playing Final Fantasy VIII, and because it wasn't alike enough, I didn't really like it, or something to that extent. My coworker calls me out for not liking 8, though. He's like, how can you not like 8? I'm like, the same reason I don't like other games. I just don't like it. Sucking off a mosquito for 99 casts of pure 1. Dude, there's like an eyelash in my eye, and it burns like a mofo. So I think during one of these cutscenes or something like that, I might put some eye drops in my eyes. Because, Lord help me. The system was neat, but the application was tedious. Yep. Gonna need that potion, I can tell you right now. Probably gonna need that one. Just remember, FF5 eliminated mana completely. What's... Eternal Battlefield? Is that the game you're talking about? Epic Battle Fantasy, sorry. For the sake of not saving over stuff, I'm gonna save in slot 2. Which is gonna take a little bit longer to load, but oh well. Whee! Flash game with obvious Final Fantasy inspiration. I've heard of Epic Battle Fantasy, but I've never actually, like, played it or anything like that. Oops. I've heard of Attack of the Black Mages too. Also, how the fuck do you miss with a sword? You go right up to them. What is this madness? At least with Barret, I can see him missing even though a gun is literally attached to his damn arm. I wish I could save everywhere. Anywhere. That would make my life nice. I want to save Barret's thingy for the boss battle, which is up ahead, so. Well, I guess I'm not, aren't I? There we go. I like how it explodes into like a million pieces into the atmosphere when it dies. Whoa, I thought it was gonna crash for a second there. I had confused it. Ooh, girl, let's equip that. Oh wait, I don't think I have the ability to do the material thing yet. Materia. Yeah, it would be like right here, but it's not there because I haven't gone through the tutorial on how to put materia into your thing. Of course! How could I be so foolish? Okay, this is the first time that you experience some kind of weird, like, thing that's wrong with Cloud, where he has, like, some kind of miniature stroke, and you don't understand at first, and you won't understand for, like, half the damn game. Hold on, I'm putting eye drops in my eyes. Ooh, boy. Heads up, here they come. First boss battle of the game. Okay. Now the fun gimmick of this boss battle is that when it's basically a giant scorpion if you didn't catch that one. And when it raises its tail, that's when you want to not attack. Also, I know I'm pointing out the obvious, but to some people, it's not obvious. You can't really tell when it's gonna put its tail up either, because sometimes it does it and sometimes it doesn't. It kind of just twitches its tail, like, weirdly. Also, I'm attacking with Cloud when I should be using magic. Oh, hey. Be careful. Attack while its tail... See, this is the thing that I didn't understand as a kid, because it says attack when his tail is up. But it's like a miscommunication of English. It's... So, you know, my dipshit child ass probably was like, oh, attack with the tail's up? Okay! I feel like a comma was needed. Or something. Attack when the tail's up. You'll get counterattacked. Instead of attack while the tail is up, it'll shoot its laser. It doesn't make any sense. Also, my eye still burns with a red hot desire for more eye drops, apparently. God, this boss is so extra. Just die. I shouldn't have to use a potion, but I will if I have to. Hey, there we go. I was right. Yeah, that is true. It's not like Persona. If Cloud dies, no, it's not like we all lose. Speaking of Persona, I won't give up. Shoot self. Attack goes back to you. Dies. Or whatever it was that she says. Fun fact, you can just like try to run and it will position yourself to facing the enemy. Also, I never understood why these soldiers looked like this. Are they like... Cause it says grunt, right? Why do they look like fucking frogs? Why do they look like they're halfway into a Slav squat? Like... Why? Do you have to take a poop, or... How do you know they're not actually Slavic frogs? That's true, you can't see behind that mask. For all I know, they could be Slavic frogs. Obviously you just focused on boosting Barret. Barret isn't, like, a bad member of the party, but I definitely prefer, like, a Tifa Vincent Cloud combination, personally, late game. Enemy sighted. Also, I'm sorry, I also put the guides up so I know what enemy I'm attacking, because sometimes if I'm talking, I'm just not paying attention and I kind of just go into this, like, zone, is the best way I can put it. Braver? I don't know. Is there Braver in, like, is there Braver Limit Break blah, in, like, Final Fantasy XIV? Because that would make sense. Gotta pull her out of... the fact that she got her legs stuck in God knows what. I mean, those are some pretty big, like, things. You could probably get your leg stuck really easily, but it's just like... just leave her. Such a good friend. Oh, melee left button 1 is braver. Okay, that makes sense. Please press the button. For what looks like an advanced factory on the outside, this is pretty underwhelming. I mean, he got a point. Dude, open me the door, please. I don't have time to be talking with your joking ass. Just open the doors. Why are you closed? Let me in. The beginning of the game is just kind of like... The first part of this game, I'm surprised... I wouldn't be surprised if some people just tried to get through this first part and just went, yeah, this game isn't for me, because it's kind of a slog, to be perfectly honest. It's not very interesting. The story kind of, like, reflects what's happening here, but... I say kinda. They're dead. They're absolutely dead. It exploded. The the weird turrets, yeah. I like how he's just like freaking out and then he gets closer to the fire and then runs away from the fire. Well, time to go back into the fiery chasm. Oh. Ooh. Do we have the materia option now? No. Also, it's funny, there's like... You get like a mini tutorial sort of thing in this game, but there's like a big tutorial in like the next town. So maybe like at least an hour into the game, you get your first real tutorial that you're able to do. Also, I might talk some shit about Eris because I don't really like her as a character. Because I feel like she's just so needlessly needy and bland. Oh, whatever. I didn't even get to pick. It just picked that fight for me. See, these soldiers look like actual soldiers, not like the grunts, which are like SlavFrogs, so... I mean... Also, I just realized I've been using... I've been using OBS to play this game, and not actually looking at the screen. I should have ate before I started screaming. Just fight them all, just... show them who's boss. Attack from both sides. Does it say can't run or can't... Okay, just can't escape. For a second I thought it said can't resist, and I'm like, oh well. How apt. How thematically appropriate. I have shawarma in the fridge for later. I don't got time! And then now we have a train of the future where it has security checkpoints, which I swear to God we're gonna have sometime in the future in, like, first world countries. Ah, good old Barrett with his anger issues. Just a little late. Oh. Hot stuff. Come on, Jesse, I know you have a secret crush on me, even though you've only known me for like 10 minutes. It's all good. She's like the group mom. And she gets absolutely fucking blown like an hour into the game. So, I mean, you don't really get to know her all that much. You don't get to know like all of those characters like Jesse, Biggs, and I don't know, whatever the fuck that other guy's name is. Daniel? I don't know. I don't remember. I'm real good at remembering names. My house. In the middle of the train. My house. Sit down and show. I mean, Biggs, you still look like a sidekick. Wow, rude. I wasn't even doing anything. Just trying to talk to people. I don't understand why they have one of this on the... I mean, I kinda do, but I kinda don't. We took out a reactor that allows places to have power and people that live in the place. Like, I don't understand why you wouldn't think that that just sounds like you're a terrorist. Like I said, this part's... oh my god. It goes on too long. I wonder how not being able to see the sun would affect these people. I mean, they all kind of have, like, depression, so... probably just be, like, really depressed and have vitamin D deficiencies, stuff like that. It's like living on the North Pole, essentially. but only with constant darkness.